Okay, so let's start lying down. So come onto your back. If it's comfortable, come to Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet together, knees wide, untuck your tailbone. And bring your arms somewhere comfy. And as soon as you're ready, take a couple of deep breaths. So big inhale through your nose and a big sigh out through your mouth. And do 2 more of these in your own time. And then start to find a steady breath. So guiding your inhales all the way into the back and sides of your ribs. And slowing down your exhales. And while you're doing this, let your face soften. Notice if there's any gripping in your shoulders or your jaw. And we'll take 2 or 3 more really mindful breaths just like this. And then let's start by pulling your knees into your chest, giving them a squeeze, making some movements side to side, forwards, backwards. Starting to find a massage for your lower back. And then keep hold of your right knee, stretch out your left leg. Keep your left foot off the floor and point your toes. So it's just hovering off the floor. Squeeze in your right knee and let your shoulders tuck away. And then lift your head, slowly touch your nose to your knee. And then come back down, curling your spine and let your head rest fully on the floor. We'll come up one more time, chin tucked in, rolling up, knee to nose, and then coming all the way back down. Great, and then let's swap sides. So pull in your left knee, stretch out your right leg, keep it off the floor. Left knee squeezes in, shoulders tuck under. And then roll up, knee to nose, nice and slowly. All the way back down. Let your head rest completely. And then come up again. One more breath. And then squeeze in your right knee as well. Make some big movements, like circles, mixing a cauldron with your legs. And then set your left foot on the mat, take your right ankle onto your left thigh, flex your foot, open your knee out to the right, lift up, take hold of the back of your left thigh and gently pull in. So we won't go too mad just yet because we're just warming up still, but let your hip feel a stretch. At the same time, draw your lower back down towards the floor. Any movements within the shape, always welcome, maybe side to side, in and out a little bit, forwards, backwards. Good, and then let your left foot rest on the floor. Take hold of the big toe side of your right foot and open out into half happy baby. So you're pulling your right leg in towards you and then down to the floor. Again, here, any movement, bending, straightening your leg, feeling into your hip, the side of your body. Good, and then put your right foot down, take your left ankle onto your right thigh, open out. Pick up your right leg and gently squeeze it in. Keep your left foot flexed, shoulders relaxed on the floor. And then set your right foot down, take hold of your left foot, open your foot out to the side, drawing your knee down to the floor next to you. Then move around within the shape as well, feeling into your hip. Great. And then squeeze both knees in, gather some momentum, bring yourself up, and we'll come straight over onto hands and knees. So your shoulders are over your wrists, knees under your hips, and start by lifting your chest, your tailbone, and looking up. As you exhale, round your back, tuck your chin and bring your pelvis forwards. And then move with your breath, rolling up and down your spine. Great, finish on your next exhale. And we'll meet with a tabletop spine. Spread out your hands, tuck your toes, push the floor away. And come to down dog. Move around here, pedal out your heels, whatever feels good for your hamstrings, for your back, for your sides. Keep both hands pushing the floor away, let your head drop. And then from here, pick up your right foot, bend your knee, open your body over to the right and pull your right heel in towards your left bum cheek. Look under your left armpit, see if you can see your foot. And then from here, bring your right knee to your right elbow, let your shoulders come forwards. Push back as you inhale. Take your right knee to your left elbow, shoulders come forwards and push back. And then now place your foot in between your hands. Slide your left foot back and pop down your left knee. And we'll come into a lunge. You can let your hands rest on your front knee, but find a stretch out for your left hip flexor. Good. Each time you exhale, sink a little bit more. So you're stretching out your left side. One more breath. Good. Set your hands on the floor. Tuck your left toes under. Pick up your knee so you can step back to a plank. Hold it here for a few breaths. Then tuck your pelvis forward, chin draws under. Lift your chest up between your arms. We're going to slowly lower down to the floor. You can drop your knees if you like, but try and keep your body in a straight line all the way down onto your front. Lift up the cobra, so keep your toes on the floor, engage your glutes, open your shoulders back. As you exhale, soften back down to the floor. Push up the way we came down. You can have your knees down. Good. Tuck your toes under. We'll meet in down dog. Pick up your left foot, bend your knee, open your hip over to the side, pull your foot in towards your right hip. Keep pushing the floor away. And then left knee comes to left elbow, shoulders come forwards. Push back, inhale. Take your knee over to your right elbow, shoulders come forwards. And then push back. And then foot comes in between your hands. Slide your right toes back. This will make the stretch deeper. Down your knee and lift up into a lunge. Let your shoulders relax and sink down into your right hip flexor. One more breath. Good. Hands down. Tuck your right toes under, pick up your knee and step back to a plank and lower down. Cobra or up dog as you breathe in. Down dog as you breathe out. Let's take a few breaths here. And now look forward, soft knees, step, walk or jump your feet to your hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Stand up, breathe in, reach all the way up to the ceiling. And then come straight back down, exhale, hands to the floor. Halfway lift, breathe in. Set down your hands, step, walk or jump back, and lower down. Cobra up dog, wide collarbones, good. And then down dog, perhaps child's pose. We'll take 4 or 5 breaths here. One more breath. And then look forward, soft knees, step, walk or jump, feet to hands. Halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, forward fold. Stretch out, breathe in, reach all the way up, look to the ceiling. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Come up halfway as you breathe in. And then place down your hands, make your way back to a plank, lower down. Cobra or up dog, breathe in and exhale, downward facing dog. From here, pick up your right leg, take it to the place between your hands. This time stay high on your left leg, and we'll come up to a high lunge. Just your feet as you need, stretch your arms up. Take some steady breaths, make sure you've got strong legs here. Good, bring your palms together, bring them down the middle line, lean forwards, create a bit of length, and then hook your left elbow over your right thigh. You can always have your back knee down if you want an extra point of contact with the floor. Twist from your waist, turn your head, look up over your right shoulder. Good. Now look at your front right foot, your front foot, and hop forwards to a twisted Utkatasana. Yeah, good. Feet together, knees together. Twist from your waist. Sink your hips down, tip your weight into your heels. One more breath. Lovely. Hands down to the floor. Take a moment in a ragdoll or let your head go. Adjust your feet. Take a moment here. And then come up halfway, inhale. As you exhale, hands come down, step, walk or jump back and lower down. Cobra or up dog on an inhale. Down dog as you exhale. Left foot, pick it up and place it between your hands. High lunge as you come up. Strong legs, sink into your front knee, push back your right heel. Good, hands come down the middle. Lean forward and twist over to your left. So right elbow over your left knee. Good, look down at your front foot, hop forwards, twisted Utkatasana. Adjust your feet if you need. Keep that twist, sink your hips down. Make sure you can pick up your toes. Good, one more breath. Good, hands come down once again, take a moment, let your head drop, take a moment hanging forwards, shoulders can go, head can hang. Good, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step, walk or jump to a plank, move through a vinyasa. And we'll meet in down dog. From here, pick up your right leg, look at your right little finger, and take your foot up to the top of your mat. Pick up your right arm, come into a twisted lunge. Root down through the ball of your right foot. Inner thighs squeeze towards each other. Good, bring your right hand down for lizard lunge. So down the inside of your right foot. Again, if you want more stretch, slide back your left toes. Pop down your knee, untuck your foot at the back. See if you want to stay up or come down. You can open out onto the little toe side of your right foot. Again, feel into your body, see what it wants today. One more breath. Come back up onto your hands, move your foot in between your hands now. Pick up your right toes and draw back. Stretch out your hamstring. Hands wherever's comfortable. Flex your right foot. Draw your chest forward and tip your tailbone back. One more breath. Good, come back forwards. Make sure your toes are tucked under at the back so you can pick up your knee and step back to a plank. Move through a vinyasa. And then lift up your left leg. Take it to your left hand and stretch up into your lunge. Right hand down, left arm up. Inner thighs draw in and twist from your waist. Lovely, bring your left hand down for lizard. So slide back on your right foot, pop down your knee, and make your way into the lizard on this side, however you like, up or down. One more breath. And then up onto your hands, move your foot in between your arms, pick up your left toes and draw back. Flex your foot, chest forward, tail back. One more breath. Keep flexing your foot. Good, hands forward, tuck your toes under, pick up your back knee, step back to your plank, move through a vinyasa. And we'll come to downward facing dog. From here, look forward, soft knees, step, walk or jump your feet to your hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Stand up tall, reach for the ceiling. And then let your hands come down the middle. Great, release what you need to. We'll come into a variation of tree. So soften your left knee and rest your right ankle on your thigh. Flex your foot, let your knee open out to the right. Palms together and start to sink down. So again, you'll feel this in your right hip. Try and keep your balance, keep your chest lifted. See if you can get your hands, your arms down onto your skin. Doesn't matter if you get there or not. Good. One more breath. Lovely, and come up with control, really good. Take your leg away, shake out your left. And let's go on the other side. Soften your right knee so you've got a little ledge to rest your left foot. Flex your foot, find your balance. Palms together, start to sink down like you're going to sit into a chair. Lovely. One more breath. Great. Come up with control. Really good. Shake it all about. Come to the top of your mat. Take an inhale, stretch up. As you exhale, dive forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands come down, make your way to a plank, move through a vinyasa. And let's come to pigeon. So right foot leaves the floor, take your knee to your wrist and slide back. Adjust your knee, your foot, whatever you need so that you can rest comfortably here for 5 or so breaths. Any little movements again within the shape, always welcome. Lovely. Come back up onto your hands. Tip your weight to the right and pick up your left foot at the back. You might need to adjust where your knee is. And then reach back with your left hand for your foot. So you're twisting around to the left. Great. So you'll feel you can control the stretch by pulling your foot in, stretching out your hip flexor. You might be able to get your foot in the crook of your elbow. I can't see if that's happened or not. Great. Keep pulling it in. Yeah, lovely. You asked for hips. Lovely. Release your leg. Tuck your toes under at the back so that you can push down to lift up. Stretch out your right leg. Make any movements. And then pick up your left leg. Pigeon first. Knee to the left side. Slide back. Untuck your toes. Make any little movements so all the joints feel okay. And soften down. One more breath. And then back up onto your hands. You might need to tip slightly to the left, pick up your foot at the back, reach back, see if you can find your foot, and gently start to squeeze it in. One more breath. Good. Release your leg. We're going to stay down. So tip to your left and swing your legs over in front.
take some time to move windscreen wiper your feet just to free up your hips. And now we'll do some strengthening. So take your feet a little wider than you normally would for Paschimottanasana. Set your hands either side of your right thigh, round your back. That's what you want. You want to build around your back. Flex your right foot and see if you can lift it up off the floor. Great, and then we're going to pulse the leg. This is really building the hip flexor strength up, and then take your foot back down, go the other way, left side, make sure you've rounded your back so your abdominals are contracting because this will eventually lead to a lift, a balance. Flex your left foot, pulsey, pulsey, good. Great, release, bring your other feet together, flex your feet strongly. Keep that feeling of really rounding your back. And set your hands, it's kind of trial and error, in a position where when you push down, you can lift your bum up off the floor. It does actually help with fists as well, because it gives you longer arms, or if you've got blocks as well. Yeah, good. Lovely. So come back down. Good. Come up again. And pick up your right leg. Flex your foot. Yes, good. Come back down. Whew. So you'll feel where the arm position is. And make sure your shoulders are really far forward. Try the other side, so lift up your left foot, it can be hands or fists, whatever feels best. Great, lovely, and then come back down. The final stage I'm nowhere near is both feet coming up. You'll feel that very much for your hips. Ooh. Well done. Shake out your legs. If you've got blocks or anything like that, that's a really good way to give you a bit more. Okay, let's take right leg in, left leg out. Janu Shirshasana. Flex your foot. Twist to the left, lift up, and then start to come forward. Stretch out your hamstring, let your shoulders go, take some deep breaths. Good, sit back up and swap sides. Keep your right foot flexed, lift up and come forwards, good. Good, come back up on an inhale. And bring the soles of your feet together, or Baddha Konasana, knees wide. Hold on to your feet, get a lift up, shoulders back. Really draw your knees down to either side, scoop back your belly button and lift up. And you can start to hinge forward if you want to deepen the stretch, but try and maintain a flat back. Good, come back up. Keep your feet together, move them forwards, draw your hips back, and we'll round forward now. Tuck in your chin. Really let your elbows come forwards. Shoulder blades come apart. One more breath. Good, come back up. And stretch your legs out in front of you. Cross your right over your left. If it works for your body, fold your left foot back. Make sure you can still sit on both of your sit bones. And we're going to roll around to the right. So lead with your shoulder. Use your left hand on your knee to help you. Turn your head and feel that twist coming all the way up your spine. The further over you get your left arm, the further down your back the twist will happen. Good, come back and swap sides. So stretch out your legs, cross left over right, and then tuck your underneath foot back. Roll around to your left, lead with the shoulder, set your hands to help you. Get that sense of lifting before you twist. Great, come back to the middle. Stretch out your legs in front of you. Again, a bit of windscreen wiping. We've done a lot of hip opening. And make sure that you have space behind you. We're going to lie down. So take your knees, tuck in your chin, and bring yourself down onto your back. Make some movements here, side to side, forwards and backwards. Stretch your arms and legs up to the ceiling. And start with your right leg and your left arm slowly down to the floor. And you'll get just above the floor. Really point your toe, engage your glute, and then go out to either side, back to the middle, and then up to the top. And then start your left leg and your right arm. We're just going to do one on each side today. No rush at all. When you get back to the top, squeeze in your knees, make a little bit of movement right and left. We'll come up to a back bend. So we're going to use the back bend to really stretch out the hip flexors we've worked so much. Up to you if you want to do a wheel or a bridge. I'll talk through a bridge for anyone doing the recording. I know you might want to do a wheel. So roll up into your back bend. If you're in a bridge, tuck your shoulders under again. Find a comfortable arm position. Engage your glutes and lift all the way up. So hopefully now feeling a really nice stretch up your quads and up your hips. Keep engaging your glutes, lift up a little higher for one more breath. And then release your hands, pick up your heels, slowly roll down. One vertebra at a time, take your time. And then rock your knees right and left, so feet about as wide as your mat. Take your knees like windscreen wipers. And then catch hold of your feet for happy baby. Knees wide, use your hands to gently draw down. Any moving around, always welcome. Let your shoulders and your neck relax. And then from happy baby, up to you. If you want to stay here, take your legs up the wall, come to a shoulder stand, any inversion of your choice. You're going to have your feet up for about 8 breaths. So it might simply mean you're lying with your knees pulled in.
If you're in shoulder stand, feet down behind your head for plow. And then set your hands ready for fish as you come down. So start to bring your legs down, slide your hands under your bum and slowly lower your legs down, keeping your legs together and your toes pointed. Lovely. And then tuck your elbows under so you can push up, puff out your chest and let your head hang back. Keep lifting your collarbones up. And then come onto the back of your head, release your hands, pull in your knees. And then keep your right knee, stretch your left leg, take an inhale. And as you breathe out, roll to your left and stretch your right arm over to the right and turn your head. Good, come back up to the middle, adjust your spine, pull in both knees. Keep your left knee, stretch your right leg, take an inhale, and then roll right as you stretch back left and turn your head. And then back to the middle, adjust your spine, pull in your knees. We'll come to reclining goddess, so feet together, knees wide, Supta Baddha Konasana legs, so untuck your tail, and then bring your arms up over your head, either take opposite elbows or one wrist in one hand. Make sure you've got loads of space around your ears and your shoulders. And take some really deep breaths now. So you're guiding your breath into the sides of your ribs, back of your body, and letting it out however feels comfortable. Start to get the sense of giving in to the force of gravity. And then at the end of your next exhale, no rush at all, start to get yourself ready for Shavasana. Moving slowly, adding on layers as you need. And then once you're settled, take a deep breath in through your nose. Huge sigh out through your mouth. 2 more of these in your own time. And then start to let your body settle. And begin to tune into the feeling of your body resting on the floor.
And find a sense of completely letting go. And giving every muscle a very well-deserved rest. And taking a moment to check for any subconscious gripping there might be. Softening around your eyes, your eyebrows, temples and forehead. And also in and around your mouth and down your throat. And then choose an anchor point to focus on somewhere in your body, maybe the tip of your nose or the space between your eyebrows. Try and keep your mental focus here and on the gentle rise and fall of your breath for the next minute or so. You'll now start to deepen your breath and make little movements, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Take the time to wake up your body. Start to find a stretch, pull in your knees, whatever you need. And then ever so slowly, either roll to one side or pull in your knees and come up. Bring yourself to a seated cross-legged position. Close your eyes and let your mouth form a smile. Take your hands up to your forehead for loving thoughts, your mouth for loving words, and to your heart for a loving heart. Namaste.